What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mixtape Reacts. I'm your boy, Obi Jackson, and next to me, my brother Josh G, and welcome back to another reaction. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be reacting to Dave once again. We got a lot of comments requesting that we specifically react to this live performance at the BRITS.
We got a lot of old comments. I would love to go back and screenshot those, but those are a while back when we first started doing our reaction channel, maybe like about closer to a year ago now at this point.
Yeah.
We got a lot of comments to do this one. We never got to it, and I told Jake, because we already have been reacting to a couple of Dave's tracks from his album, I just want more Dave. I'm hungry for more Dave. So I was instead of reacting to or listening to other songs in the album, just in case you guys want a full album reaction, again, if you want a full album reaction, go like on the other videos and comment on the other videos. But I figured another way for me to get some more Dave is to do this one. Now this is live at the BRITS. So it's him performing his song Black live at the BRITS. Haven't heard the song, and I haven't heard Dave live.
Yeah.
So I'm super interested to see, one, how he's going to sound live, because a lot of times that can throw you off a little bit if artists aren't necessarily great at making live performances.
Right.
And two, how good the song actually is itself. I'm assuming it's going to be a slow, powerful, deep track that really moves you as a viewer.
The thumbnail had him at a piano, so
yeah,
maybe a piano.
And if he plays piano, I'm gonna cry probably. So,
but anyways, yeah, let's get into it. Dave live at the BRITS in 2020.
Shout out to all you guys who commented for sure. I know we're gonna miss it and didn't give you a shout out, but shout out to you if you're a subscriber and you commented that. Let us know in the comments on this one. Say, hey, it was me that commented. We'll give you a little bit of a shout out at some point in the future, or just respond to your comment.
Yeah, let's get into
for sure. Let's get into it though. Dave Black live at the BRITS. I've never watched the BRITS ever.
I've seen Drake's performance.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. It went viral.
Of course.
I mean, it looks like he's legitimately playing. Is there two sides to it?
Why would I assume he's not playing, bro?
I mean, I sometimes I can pretend.
Look, black is beautiful, black is excellent. Black is pain, black is joy, black is evident. Working twice as hard as the people you know you're better than, cause you need to do double what they do so you can level them. Black is so much deeper than just African American. Our heritage been severed, you never got to experiment with family trees. Cause they teach you about famine and greed. Show you pictures of our fam on their knees. Tell us we used to be barbaric, we had actual queens. Black is watching child soldiers getting killed by the children, feeling sick so quick this could have happened to me. Mommy watching, telling stories about your dad and your niece. Listen, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Kid dies, the blacker the killer, the sweeter the news. And if he's white, you give him a chance, he's ill and confused. If he's black, he's probably armed, you see him and shoot. Look, black is growing up around the barbershop. Mommy says stay away from trouble, you're in yard a lot. Studying for ages, appreciating the chance you got. Cause black is in your blood and you ain't even got the heart to stop. Black is stepping in for your brothers because your father's gone. Standing by your children when you haven't proven karma wrong. Black is doing all of the above, then going corner shop. Trying to help a lady cross the road to have her walking off. Black is growing up around your family and making it. Being forced to leave the place you love because there's hate in it. People say you're faking it, never stay for changing it. But black is being jealous, you'd be dead if you had stayed in it. Black is struggling to find your history.
I had to pause it because I don't think he's going to slow down at any point during this performance. And a lot he's covering for sure. And I understand why we're getting so many people on us to react to this, because we are American, if you guys didn't know. So, you know, we've been dealing with a lot of stuff over the last whole history of our country.
Right, but recently it's definitely been more in the zeitgeist for sure.
Exactly. When we were talking about Black Lives Matter movements and, you know, talking about trying to just, you know, and the violence against African Americans in our country, across the world. Obviously, UK people deal with it as well. I saw an American flag though at one point on the piano.
It says African American.
Yeah, so
that's
which
what
I wonder. Do they? What do they call them? What do black people call themselves in the UK? That's interesting.
Like African Britons, is that British? Right?
I know. I'm just curious because I have no idea because I'm dumb and I'm American. So
yeah,
that's the way it works. But
well, no, we've always heard African American. So yeah, it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, interesting to think about that. But ultimately, yeah, he's talking about a lot of deep stuff, right? And you know, Jake and I aren't African American, of course, and so you know it's hard for us to fully speak on it. But we're people who kind of obviously growing up in America, seen a lot of crazy stuff, and I think ultimately as brown people, we go through similar things. Yeah. Not necessarily the same, not nearly as the same level as what black people have gone through in America, but similar issues, especially what he's talking about in terms of currently dealing with things, right? Where if you're black or brown, I think a lot of times you can grow up in places where...
Or a person of color, to be honest. They got, you know...
Exactly.
Asian, black...
Exactly.
White,
growing up... especially speaking in America, right, where he was talking about a lot of things of like not knowing your family tree and stuff like that, whatever. You know, I could probably find that a little bit easier than someone who's African American in America. But ultimately, like, you know, little things like that. We're growing up. You know, you grow up in places where you grow up around a barbershop. Your mom tells you about, you know, dangerous places and stuff. Jake and I grew up in a place at one point in our lives. We lived in a place where we couldn't walk down the street to go to the liquor store, and we ended up having to move out of that place. Not necessarily because of the situation we were in, but you know, one of the reasons it's easier to move out of a place you're growing up in is because it's not safe where you are. You know what I mean? In the neighborhoods you're in, there's a lot of anger. That's what he said. Dave said, mentioned on that. So a lot of that stuff is relatable for sure, and he is talking a lot from an American perspective, it seems like, as well, or at least talking about the American perspective and the issues that we're dealing with here. So, you know, a lot of deep topics to talk about that. It always blows my mind that we have anybody who opposes, you know. I just think this, and there's millions of people who are of the same group of people who are telling you we have issues and we need help.
Right.
How is there millions of other people to say, nah, you don't need help? It just blows my mind.
It's wild. It's wild,
you
for
know?
sure. And I don't want
happens.
to, you know, hopefully you guys aren't joining for this. I don't know who that is on the left side. It's obviously somebody big.
You think so?
Yeah. Or is that just another piano player? I don't know. But
Pianist.
Yeah.
Let us know who that is on the left side.
Is that somebody, or is that just somebody who take over the piano while he raps?
Yeah, for sure. Let us know. But
let's get into it.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going for sure. But this is great so far.
Tracing it, you don't know the truth about your race, but they're embracing it. Black has got a really sour flavor, here's a taste of it, but black is all I know. There ain't a thing that I would change in it.
We're sorry if you guys can't hear it that much right now. Also, we'll try to put it up as loud as we can.
Look, black isn't a single colour, man, there's shades to it. Her hair straight and thick, but mine's got waves in it. Black is not divisive, they've been lying and I'm hating it. Black has never been a competition, we're all making it. Black is deadly. Black is when you're freezing in your home and you can't get sleep or never feeling empty cause you got 20 cousins in your country living stress-free, walking for their water daughter wrapped inside a bed sheet. Black is distant, it's representing countries that never even existed while your grandmother was living. Black is my Ghanaian brother reading into scriptures, doing research on his lineage, finding out that he's Egyptian. Black is people naming your countries and what they trade most. Coast of Ivory, Gold Coast and the Grain Coast, but most importantly to show how deep all of this pain goes. West Africa, Benin, they call it Slave Coast. Black is so confusing, cause the culture they're in love with it. Take our features when they want and have their fun with it. Never seem to help with all the things we know will come with it. Loud in our laughter, silent in our suffering. Black is being strong inside the face of defeat. Poverty made me a beast, I battled the law in the streets. We all struggle, but you're struggling a struggle like me. Well, how can it be when your people gave us the odds that we beat? I mean, bloody hell. What about our brothers that are stuck in jail that couldn't bust the bell? They held a burden, got to live with it. Black is being guilty until proven that you're innocent. Black is saying free all of my people stuck inside in prison cells. Think it's funny we ain't got nothing to say to them. Unconditional love is strange to them, it's amazing. Black has really got the sweetest flavour, here's a taste of it. But black is all I know, there ain't a thing that I would change in it. It is racist.
Black's got the sweetest flavor, there's a taste of it.
Oh! Yeah. I mean,
Woo!
he's fucking straight up just spitting facts, bro.
And Jake and I talk about time, you know what I mean? I just love, I mean, how can we not understand and see where they're coming from when Jake and I have been completely engulfed? I talked about this before, I think on the reaction channel before. We would literally, Jake and I would not have a show, not have a podcast, not have, you know, reaction channel without African American people. I mean, without the black people in general, because music, sports, I mean, they've been dominating those things for a while for us, you know. So for us, like, hearing their stories and hearing where they're coming from all the time, our entire lives, and loving the music they come up with, you know, whatever it is. It's just like hard to not really we engulf ourselves in it, appreciate that stuff side of things. So it's easier for us, I think, to just look at it and understand where they're coming from, understand what they're talking about, and I appreciate really the art that they give.
Yeah, and it's like Dave said, like, you know, they like to take from that culture but not support the culture, and it's like it's obviously still an issue here in 2021 or 2020 when he was rapping about it. Yeah. And it's insane. But the song's great so far.
Yeah, he's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. We keep talking about it with Dave, man. He's so powerful.
That graphics or whatever the fuck that is, that shit is fire.
It looks crazy. It looks crazy on the piano. There's like
it's like a 3D like something. I don't know.
For sure.
It's sick.
For sure, man. Let's keep it
going. No, it feels racist. The truth is our prime ministers are real racist. They say you should be grateful we're the least racist. I say the least racist is still racist. And if somebody hasn't said it, Equality's a right, it doesn't deserve credit. Now if you don't wanna get it, then you're never gonna get it. How the news treats Kate versus how they treated Meghan. Rest in peace, Jack Merritt, you're my brother in arms. There's tears in our eyes and love in our hearts. We never had the same background, culture, colour or past, but you devoted your life to giving others a chance. And for that, I'm so taken aback, because it gave us all a voice. I have to say it for Jack. As a young black man that's seen paper and crack, giving tougher sentences, it's just paper and cracks. All he would want is unity, funding for communities, equal opportunities, people under scrutiny, no more immunity, way less hatred, more conservation, less deforestation. We want rehabilitation, now that would be amazing. Our Grenfell victims still need accommodation, and we still need support for the Windrush generation, reparations for the time our people spent on plantations.
Damn. Yeah,
that's fine. And that's fine. I understand why they wanted us to see that.
And there's always, there's always going to be conversations about, you can go in depth about politics and everything he's talking about for sure, but some of the little bars he's saying, are just really simple stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really familiar with the story of the guy he was talking about. I don't know if you are.
No, I don't. I have no idea.
But love that he gave a shout out to the guy who was, he says, not the same color as me, but definitely did everything in his life. Obviously, apparently, rest in peace, passed away. It seems like devoted his life to trying to give equal opportunities and stuff like that.
Right.
So shout out to I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but shout out to the guy Dave was talking about. But yeah, all the little bars that he's slipping in there, you know what I mean? You want to say go for the guy who's less racist. Well, less racist, the least racist is still racist.
Yeah. It's like we need to change that mentality of it. Nah, this is fucking.
And it's so thought provoking, man. Like, you got to really think about it, especially coming from the American perspective, right? Like, we've been dealing with this shit in America forever, so it's just been kind of a thing. And then, like, you look at someone from the UK who's rapping passionately about the same topic. It's like you start to question, like, if it's happening in America, it's happening in the UK, where black people are not being treated fairly. It's happening probably all over many places in the world.
Right. It's
not a coincidence. Some shit's going on there, and why are we still? It's like frustrating. You still have to fight the fact that racism exists. You know what I mean? Like, why are we still in denial of that fact? But yeah, for sure, man. Everything you said, and just to drop the mic on the give reparations for my people who spend time on their lives on plantations.
Yeah.
Because, people have argued, like, nowadays, well, why are we going to give anybody money now because they're not slaves anymore? I was like, yeah, but you never gave people who were slaves money.
They've always been behind.
So we've been behind. Yeah, black people have been behind since then, and they've never gotten back, which is why some would argue you should get reparations now. So crazy deep conversations. Again, I think it can't give a better comparison to another rapper than when we talk about Cole and Dave together, because they both talk about very similar things and both find a great way to be very powerful in the points that they're trying to make.
And make fantastic music.
At the same time. That was a great song, ultimately too as well. So great performance. You guys let us know how you guys felt about the video. If you guys haven't seen it or whatever, or how you thought about reaction, let us know in the comments for sure. But yeah, that's incredible.
Incredible performance. Shout out to everybody who recommended it back when we started.
Yeah.
We do appreciate it. Sorry that it took us so long to get to it, but it was all great nonetheless. Let us know down in the comments below on Twitter, media_mixtape, what you guys thought of it. More Dave that we should listen to, definitely let us know. And like I said earlier, our podcast is linked below, so go subscribe there, hang out with us. We're going to do an old movie review, by M. Night Shyamalan.
The movie Old.
Yeah, the movie Old. It just came out by M. Night Shyamalan. We will be reviewing it this week, so go check it out.
Yeah.
That is going to do it for this reaction. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.